I'll be talking about Kelly Gissendaner, the first woman to be executed in the United States of America in 70 years in the state of Georgia. And I believe it was a mistrial. There are procedural miscalculations, is the word I'm looking for. Because it was a murder trial that was sensationalized, the media circus, and the lawyers did not have a time to produce the right defense for her. And she basically her constitutional rights under the 4th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 14th Amendments were all violated by a media circus that really didn't want to make it a trial, it wanted to make it a circus. And it's unacceptable. And of course, Kelly Gissendaner didn't get her defense because she's a poor white woman from the back of beyond. And it's just unacceptable. Because it shows that the death penalty in the United States of America is not only racially biased, it's economically biased. And that's just unacceptable. I mean, I doubt if a New York Wall Street person was guilty of killing someone, would they be sent to the death penalty? I mean, of course, I know New York State doesn't have the death penalty. Of course I know that. But if a New York Wall Street type committed murder in Georgia, I'm saying, would they get the death penalty in Georgia? And the fact is, this is a second round of Georgia's broken death penalty. Some of you might remember Troy Davis back from 3 or 4 years ago, who was wrongly convicted of killing a police officer. Now, Troy Davis was also poor, but he was African American also. So it also shows that it's racially and economically broken, the death penalty. And it's not like you sentence someone for 5 years and you can exonerate them afterwards. Here, the death penalty is irreversible. It's obviously irreversible. And it's time that the Supreme Court looks at the death penalty system in the United States of America and revokes the whole thing. I know back in Georgia versus Furman, ironically this is Georgia again, it's in 1972. The death penalty was ruled cruel and unusual. But Gilmer versus Utah 5 years later said a death penalty is constitutional. Now, the death penalty in Utah is, of course, different than the death penalty in Georgia. In Georgia, it's lethal injection. In Utah, it's firing squad. But still. And it's ridiculous. Because the United States of America is one of the few developed countries that still have the death penalty. Among the other wonderful list of death penalty countries is Singapore, China, Japan, South Korea, Iran, and Afghanistan and Saudi Arabia. What a wonderful club to be in. Saudi Arabia, Iran, Afghanistan. What a wonderful club. And the United States of America should really dismantle the death penalty. It doesn't serve justice. I can speak from my own personal experience from New Jersey. Well, I mean, I never killed someone. So if anyone accuses me of that, I never kill anyone. I can speak from my personal experience advocating against the death penalty. That's what I'm going to say. And I'm involved in the campaign, New Jerseyans for Alternatives to the Death Penalty, read by that great director Celeste Fitzgerald. And I think it's just ridiculous that the death penalty exists. Because in New Jersey, the death penalty was not practiced since 1962. And it was eliminated in 2007 under then former Governor John Corzine. Believe me, I was part of the campaign to dismantle it. And what happened is that the crime rate in New Jersey has actually went down. The death penalty doesn't do anything except perpetuate injustice, and this is an extreme example of where the death penalty should not have been used in the first place. Thank you.